Hello, welcome back to the class. In today's training, we are going to be looking at the workday function. The workday function works in a way where you have the start date and you have the number of days that this project will be done. So you want to know when the project will end, considering the holidays, the break, or the weekends. So join me in the class as we see how the workday function works. All right, welcome back to the class. So today we are looking at the workday function. The workday function is also a date function. The workday function calculates a future or past workday by adding or subtracting a specified number of workdays to a given start date. So automatically skipping weekends and optionally excluding holidays. So it's optional. So it is useful for project deadlines, business schedules, and financial calculation also. So what you need to provide to calculate the workday is the start date, the number of days to work, and possibly the holidays if you have them. So the key features here is that it automatically skips weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and then can exclude holidays, work with positive or negative values. And another thing is, just like I did in the network days class. So if you have not watched the network days class, you can click on the video, in the channel, you will see network days and then you can watch. So subscribe to the channel to watch that. Now, you can also have what we call Workday International, where you can now specify whether the weekend is just a single day, whether it's a Sunday or Wednesday or another day in the week. Okay, so because it depends on the system of your organization, your environment, your region, or your country, or whatever it is. So let's go into the Excel worksheet and see how this can be achieved. See you in the class. Okay, so the workday function. Okay, so the workday function will work with a start date, the number of days given to work. So which means you have a deadline. The number of days that these people should work. What you actually want to know is when the project will end, because you already have the days. But you're trying to find out when is this project going to end? When is this task going to end? So a situation whereby a task has an assigned number of days. So you are going to have work day. Then you will choose your start date. You will choose the days. And if you have holidays, you pick. So this will show you a serial number. And then, of course, what you do is to format it. You format them into a date value. Okay? So you format them into a date value. And if you want to go beyond just a short date, you can use this format to also know which day of the week are they actually rounding up their task. Okay? So this person ends on the Tuesday, 4th of March. This one is. So don't forget, weekends have been excluded. So what you have is the start date, the number of days they have to do the project, and when the project will end. So with this information, you can now decide every other thing you want to do as per the project, and you can even have some other information and other things. So you can say, okay, project extension, for instance, um, project extension. So they have 4 days added. This one, maybe these people, all of them have 4 days, and then maybe all these ones have 3 days added. So you can now come to this place and say equals the date they end plus the extension, and then you will now know their new dates. Okay, so all this can work because you have this. And if you want to combine everything together, you can still add the number here, but I don't think it's good for worksheet explanation. When you add everything, I mean, together in a cell, you know the formula, but who you are explaining to will probably not. The person you're explaining to will not understand. So that's why it's good to bring them out this way. So project extension, 4 days, 3 days, and then the new date. So you can have all these. You can use it for HR management. You can use it for invoice, sales management, and invoice and other things. So this start date may be the invoice date. This end day may be your due date. So in which case, number of days that you have assigned for the invoice, and the situation whereby your invoice does not include weekends, you are assigning 6 days or 7 days for the invoice to be paid. Then this is the date the invoice will be due. So this can also be for invoicing for sales. And in a situation whereby it's only one day that the project is meant to follow, then you can use the net work day INTL. So the network day INTL will now make you to specify which what is your weekend criteria. Is it just a Sunday? So in a situation whereby your organization still counts Saturday as part of the work, then you probably choose something like this. And then that will change the narrative. So you see that everything here has changed based on the new updated value. So you see that the workday.int now specify how many days you are actually looking as your weekend, as you are counting as your weekend. So it's your choice. So if your weekend is the default Saturday and Sunday, just use the work day. But if that's your project does not, I mean, include Saturday as part of the workday, then you use the workday.intl. All right, so this is where we're going to stop on this, come back again and look at another function in another video. So, bye for now.